Hello and happy Friday. All right, I'm post-workout, sweaty, ready to go home. And I remembered I wanted to talk about something. Last week or the week before, I released a video on how to kind of figure out your TDEE, how to take a deficit. And I kind of just threw out the number, take a cut of 500 or 700 calories, and that would kind of get you moving in the right direction on the scale. And that typically works for people who have a lot of weight to lose, people who are pretty active and have a pretty high calorie burn, and people who are generally younger, right? So that just taking a deficit like that of a 500 to 700 would work for that group. However, there's another group. There's the group of people who are injured and not working out, that are having a very low calorie burn right now. There is the older group, which just maybe naturally has a lower calorie burn because they're not as active. And then there's people who are lighter and want to lose a little bit of weight, but don't have a huge calorie burn. So there is a different range, and I'm going to kind of target that group today. So a lot of the times you'll hear when people talk about taking a deficit, you'll hear them throw out percentages like 10% deficit, 20% deficit, so on and so forth. There's a reason for that, because let's say you're very sedentary, you have a desk job, you really aren't, you don't have a lot of weight to lose, but you want to lose like a little bit more, or maybe you're injured and you can't work out. Let's just say hypothetically your total daily energy expenditure is let's just pick a nice round number. Let's say it's 1,500. Well, no, let's do 1,700. So say that you burn 1,700 calories to maintain your current body weight. You knocking 500 to 700 calories off means you're not eating a whole lot of anything, right? So that's not realistic for you. Taking a percentage would be, and I always would recommend you start with the lowest percentage. So maybe you take a 10% cut. That might be 170 calories. A 20% cut would be 240 calories, just to put that in perspective. So you're burning 1,700, and if you want to start out on the lighter end of the deficit, you take 10%, it would be 170 calories off that, right? So that would bring you down to what, 1,570. Okay, that would be what you would target each day. And the reason you want to do that is because if you were just to come in and slap 500 calories off, you're only eating 1,200 calories a day. That's a huge deficit for you. So for those of you who fall into that other category, you're injured, you're not working out, you maybe have a very sedentary lifestyle, maybe you don't have a super large amount of weight to lose, and your TDE is very low in comparison, okay, like under 2,000, then focusing on that 10 or 15 or 20% deficit would be a much better thing. And give the 10% a couple weeks. You're going to lose at a slower rate, but you're going to get to eat more food doing it, okay? So maybe you stick with 10% for a few weeks. If the scale's not cooperating, maybe look at going to 15 and then going to 20. But that way you're not just slashing your calories down to bare bones. So I hope that helps. For those of you who fall in that other category, I didn't mean to leave you out the other week, but that's typically how you'd want to handle it. You guys have an awesome weekend, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.